Hello everybody, it's me, the Real Local Maniac. I'm back again with another game review. Today the game I'll be looking at is Final Fight 3 on the Super Nintendo. Now the reason why I'm doing this game today is basically, it's like one of my friends told me that Final Fight 3 is out, or it's making its way out, on the Nintendo Wii. So yeah, you'll be able to find it on the Virtual Console. Hopefully he's right, because it's a pretty good game. And it's a game I don't think that many people have played, because it came out that little bit later on the Super Nintendo Life sort of cycle there. Now, as some of you may know, if you watched my previous videos, I love the first Final Fight game in the arcades, and I've been recently playing that on my Xbox 360, and that made me revisit Final Fight on the Super Nintendo. Now, I've got to admit, like most of you, I was pretty disappointed with Final Fight, the first one, because, you know, it had only 2 playable characters, even missing a level, and I just thought you could have had more. Now, Final Fight 2 addressed some of those issues by having a 2-player option, but it just didn't quite feel right. It didn't have the same character and feel as Final Fight 1. Now, this version here, Final Fight 3, addresses that. You've got Hager there, and you've got Guy as well. Basically, the story is the Med here have gone. There's a new gang, I think they're called Skull Gang, whatever, and they've decided to take over. And so basically, being Hager, the muscly mayor, he's going to kick ass. He doesn't want anyone messing around with his town. Now this time you've also got 4 players to choose from. You know, whereas previously you had 3 players. Now it is nice to see the return of Guy. You know, I didn't quite like the characters from the second Final Fight game. So I'm just reading the story there. I've never actually really read it. Now the music's your typical Final Fight standard there. It's pretty good. Now this did sort of improve it in more ways than one. It kind of reminds me of Streets of Rage 2 on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis or whatever you want to call it. But the fact is, you can now sort of you tap forward, you do like a move, you've also got your special moves, and it's got a lot more variety, so it adds a lot more to the actual gameplay. I'll tell you what, that was a hell of an intro if I ever saw one. Now listen to that music. That is really, really good. Now, I've never actually finished this game. I've probably got about 2-3 levels into it, which once I've done the video I might sort of finish it. There's Guy, Dean, Lucia and Hager. I'm always going to go for Hager, you know. He's a badass, kind of like me. First level music is the same music as the title screen. Hager's been working out a little bit more, and just to prove that he's been working out, he's wearing those little spandex type green shorts. And yeah, he's got one little strap. But then again, if I was built like that, I'd probably wander around like that in my little green boots as well, you know. Even in the winter, that's exactly what I would do. Now, you've still got your spinning power driver. I don't really like that sort of like gorilla press move that you do. I prefer the old move that you used to have in the other 2 Final Fight games. You've got like some sort of like leg sort of kick there, some sort of heel kick. Now, I probably have mentioned that Hager did appear in a few other games, Saturday Night Slam Masters as well. He appeared, I think there was 2 of those games. Now, it does have a different name as well. I don't know what the other name of Saturday Night Slam Masters is. But I'll tell you what, overall, the graphics are a lot better in this version of the game, you know. Better than Final Fight 1, better than Final Fight 2. Sound effects are still pretty much the same, but it has added so much to the fact that, you know, like I said before, you've got 4 characters to choose from. It is 2 players at the same time. So I'm just looking at the graphics of this level. And sometimes there are sort of like graphical interactions with the background. You throw someone, something will smash in the background, which is kind of nice. This game is good. You've also got a soup up in there as well, which we use special, I believe. Okay guys, once again, basically, I've got to apologise that the sound quality isn't that great on this video. But again, that's to do with the fact that I've got Windows 7, and Windows 7 Live Maker hasn't actually got a narrate thing, so I'm having to experiment with these sound settings. Now, I don't necessarily know whether that is the main problem, or whether it's when I import it straight away from there, from Windows Live Movie Maker, straight to YouTube. I don't know whether that messes up the sound, so I'm going to play around with that for the next couple of videos. We'll soon find out. I wish I had someone else to play with on this. Yeah, spinning clothesline. Alright, now it's time for question of the day. My question of the day, guys, is a bit of a strange one. I've always wanted to know who would win in a fight between Hager and Zangief. Now, fair enough, they've got pretty much the same sort of moves, but it'd be interesting to find out who you guys would think would win. So yeah, that's my question of the day to you guys. Who would win in a fight? Mike Hager or Zangief? That'd be an interesting one. Actually, it would be kind of interesting to see those guys in the WWE as a tag team if they're all real, which they're not. I love that back suplex. I do like the sound effects on this, it's really nice and meaty. I think the music on this game is a big improvement over Final Fight 2. Final Fight 1 did have some memorable music, and you know, it was a fun game. I thought the later levels lacked any imagination, and Final Fight 2, I don't know, I found the background graphics a little bit, I don't know, unimaginative as well. But in this, so far, they're pretty good. They're really sort of like, look like a really good city sort of landscape that's just been hit by a gang, I suppose. Now that guy there, I believe he was the baddie from Final Fight 1, that copper. He used to shoot you, I think. Yeah, so if you haven't played this game, all I'm saying is, guys, definitely check it out. Why not check out all three Final Fight games? You know, they're all pretty good. The music in this is pretty damn fine, actually. Alright, guys, time to plug the sites and the podcast. Okay, guys. First of all, start with the podcast. The podcast will be reaching its 12th episode in July. It will be coming out on the 25th of July. I've got a few surprise guests that will be showing up to sort of like say hello. But once again, it will be me and Phil doing the podcast. And yeah, it's 1 year we've been doing it, so yeah, we're kind of happy it's gone that far. What the hell? That was a hell of a clothesline. Fucking hell. So yeah, I'd like to say thanks as well to Otito, who appeared on the last podcast as well. He was my special guest. He appeared on episode 11 of the 1 Hour Monthly Podcast Show. It would be fantastic, guys, if we could get some iTunes reviews from you guys. That would be amazing. Alright, let me quickly read this. I think this is as far as I've got into this game. I never actually played this game, actually, I'll be honest with you, when it first came out. I've only played it recently in the last couple of years on emulation. Now, I really am tempted to get myself an old Super Nintendo and just get myself a bunch of games. But the thing is, where would I put my Super Nintendo if my wife doesn't want me to have any more consoles in the house? Alright, guys. Hopefully the sound quality hasn't been too bad in this video and you've actually enjoyed the footage of Final Fight 3. It looks like a great game. I've played it. It is a good game. Definitely give it a go. Now, I will be doing some more 8-Bit Wars in the next couple of weeks. I'll be doing, hopefully, some arcade conversions as well, the 8-Bit Wars. See you guys next time. Goodbye.